Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about HYROX. I did my first HYROX this year in New York and I'm about to do my second HYROX in Toronto next week. So I thought I'd make a video for all the things that I've learned, all the mistakes that I made that I'm taking into my next HYROX. And I wanted to make this video so all of you out there, if you're about to take on your first, your second, your third HYROX, this video has all the tips and tricks so you don't make the same mistakes that I made going into my first HYROX. And ultimately at the end of the video, I've got the one thing that I wish somebody had told me that actually ruined my race and probably added on a good 5 minutes to my finish time. And I'll go into that at the end. So if you want to stick around for this 10 minutes, we'll go through all the tips and tricks of HYROX. But if you want to skip to the end, do that and see what the biggest thing that affected my race was. Let's get into it. So let's talk about preparation and training for a HYROX. Everyone does it differently, but I see HYROX as kind of like a big F45 competition. That's why it's different to CrossFit. CrossFit is a lot more technical, you've got to be really physically strong. HYROX is pretty much approachable to anyone as long as you're fit. So what I did was a lot of F45 sessions and a lot of running in between as well. I think what people forget is there is a hell of a lot of running in a HYROX competition, so you need to make sure that you're building up that engine and building up that endurance. And ultimately on the runs is where you can really gain some time and get a really good end time as well. So in terms of preparation, a lot of strength, but a lot of running as well. Ultimately, when it comes to apparel and footwear, you don't need to spend all your money on the latest, best trainers. I was a sucker and I ended up getting, actually I'll show you. I ended up getting these, like $200 trainers, which they were great, don't get me wrong, but at the end of it, as long as they're comfortable, you've got grip and you can run in them. That's the main thing. I think people underestimate the amount of running that's in them, as I mentioned before. So also, I like these. These are Reeboks. I don't even know which one they're called, but they're running shoes from Reeboks, really flat bottom and super comfortable, and they have loads of grip as well. So they're the ones that I like to use, but ultimately you don't need to get swept into buying all of the latest stuff. Just be comfortable and enjoy it. In terms of during the race and what I learned, I think I did pretty well with this actually in terms of pacing. I didn't go out too fast. The skis for me, the ski ergs, I knew were going to be one of the hardest. 1,000 meters as soon as you get going is tough. The key here is just consistency and breathing. You don't want to go out too hard because your arms will just seize up. Get a pace, breathe, and you'll get through it just fine. I knew I needed to save energy for the burpee broad jumps. I'm quite tall and getting down there is not easy, and that's my worst one out of them all by far. So I wanted to make sure that I saved enough energy for that. So it's all about pacing. Don't go out too hard on the first ones. And then with the runs, you just want to make sure that you have a good time, but you keep it consistent throughout all of the 8 laps. You don't want to be walking on the final lap after all that work you've just put in. So make sure you pace it throughout the race and be consistent, and you'll be just fine. Finally, let's talk about nutrition. And ultimately, this is where I messed up. I got the worst cramp in my legs on the final 3 laps and it slowed me down dramatically. I thought I'd done everything right. I had a good meal, I had electrolytes in the morning, I was hydrated, but by the end of the race I was completely depleted. Even having electrolyte drinks throughout, it still wasn't enough. I had to walk and stretch, and I think it added about 5 minutes to my time. So what I've learned this time is to hydrate the week before. Really make sure that your body is fully hydrated. And this isn't just the morning off, this is day before, even 3-4 days before. Make sure you've got salts, make sure you've got electrolytes, and you're feeling good. That's what I'm going to be doing for my next race in Toronto next week. So we'll see how that goes. But now you can take things around with you. I've got some energy gels, I've got salt tablets to take and just chew on whilst I'm going around. So use that advice if you will, but it really affected my race. So I hope this video has helped you get ready for your first race, whether it's your first or second, and ultimately gives you some extra boost and some extra tips going into the race to be successful. So good luck. Look out for more videos in the fitness and wellness space. See you next time.